Yeah, this is Soulcalibur VI Character Creation Challenge, and today we're going to be doing Pokette, because that's one that I haven't tackled yet, and one that I haven't seen a lot of existing versions of on the internet, so there's going to be more room there to just experiment. Now I tend to go with Hidden Village Clan, which is just a fancy way of saying elves. Just because I like pointy ears. Pointy ears are not essential for Super Crown characters, but they do appear here and there, and I seem to prefer that, just because I have a bias towards elves. Now I have an idea of what I want to do with weapon, but I'm gonna do some designing first and see how things look when I put them all together. Now, a Pokey in Super Mario is basically a bunch of balls, like stacked on top of each other. Which I won't be able to get that perfectly with the human body, but we can focus on round features. And Super Crowned characters do typically have a similar cup size. How different does that look? I think that's better. Yeah, theme-wise, Poke is basically a bunch of balls with spikes. There's not much more to it than that, so coming up with a design is going to be like basically looking at how many different ways can I use the same idea in different forms. And I'm undecided about whether to do the head design as bald with something like a mohawk or spiky hair. I do think that would fit. That's Tira's default hair. I was thinking about if there's a hairstyle for women that is mostly bald but with mohawk spikes coming out. I might try that as well, but I'm not seeing one. I don't know if they've ever done that on Soulcalibur. But I like this, and it comes with the option for two different colors, so I can do a mostly blonde with some black and see how that looks. Face. A Poke's face is kind of, it looks like it's freaking out, and has these weird mouths that I think are supposed to be dry. I think that's what they're meant to look like. Sometimes it kind of looks like they have spiky teeth slash spiky lips, but in the base concept art that you can find of Pokies, it appears that they have dry mouths. And I think that makes sense with them being based on cacti. Now, there aren't any faces here that have dry lips, as far as I can tell, or anything that really communicates that. It's just kind of a mildly pouty face. But I think what I want is something a bit more surprised, to be in keeping with Pokey's personality, or what I can glean from its personality. It looks mildly surprised, but also nonchalant. That might be the best I can find, though. Voice. This could be interesting.
Okay, let's get this started. Will you fight?
So, you wanna fight?
Let's get this fight started.
You look nice and tough. Are you ready? Care to dance with me? Let's get this.
Wanna have some fun?
Won't let me pass. You wish to fight me?
You look beautiful. Okay, will you...
Let you... Are you care to dance? Are you ready? Care to dance with me?
Might do that. So one of the things that I'm thinking is that Poke does have something of a dance to the way that it moves. So that might actually fit in a weird way. I might have a better idea of what voice to do as far as personality once I've done more of the outfit. Now when it comes to Super Crown characters, there's two different approaches. One is to basically like just take the creature, give it a humanoid shape, and put a dress on it. And another is to make the character mostly human-like, with the creature's features put into the style of the outfit itself. But I think the best ones do a bit of both. So that's what I'm going to try to go with, in which case maybe I'll do color first. At least for the hair. At least get the hair to the shade of yellow I want. Yeah, I like that. I gotta be, if I'm working with yellow and black, then I gotta be careful that it doesn't end up being like looking like a bumblebee theme. Clothing. I'm not sure if I'll want to keep her with yellow skin. Makes her look a little bit Simpsons. But I'll see how it feels after a bit. I'll experiment with it. Now, since it's one of the more obvious things to go for, I will have a look at that first and see if I can find some poofy shoulders. And then possibly add some spikes to them in some fashion. Those are poofy, but they're not particularly round. I'm gonna see if I can find some round first. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that might be best. That is a piece that I use fairly often, though. I've used it for Piranette and Chompette. So if I use it here, I'm gonna need to find ways of making it more original. There might be something that I can attach to the shoulder poofs to add an element of spikes to them. That'll be in the special category of equipment, most likely. Now, dress is usually best. If I can find something that better communicates the idea of princess, which is what the Super Crown is for. But I'm wondering, I'd like to be able to incorporate circular shapes into the legs as well, but perhaps onto the shins, maybe under the skirt, like below the skirt. or one giant skirt. That does have a bit of a roundness feeling to it. But it might not go with the fighting style that I'm thinking of. It's just occurred to me, if I can find a skirt that has some spikes to it, some kind of sharpness, that might work even better. That might work, as far as giving the impression of spikes, because I've done that with Wompat. It's just not a particularly round feeling to it. Yeah, either circles or spikes. That's mainly what I'm going for with the attire choices. That's a bit unprincessy. That, in a weird way, might combine both fairly well. But it might come across as more armor than what you should be wearing. Also, is it deflating the shoulder poofs? Yes, it was. Okay. I'll stay away from that then. But Wretch's boots might work, where the arms did not. Yeah, see, I kind of like that. I'll see what else there is. Yeah, that might be best. The only other thing I'm thinking possibly of doing would be the tribal, because that has spikes as well. I don't know if I can change the color of the bones. I can look into that. I'm gonna go with the Wretch's boots for now, and then see how it looks overall. So I mentioned adding spikes to the arm poofs. This piece was recently brought back from previous games. Oh, that looks cool. And it might be what I want for the shoulders. It seems to be kind of oppositely positioned to what would be ideal. Not sure why they did that. Now you might have to bear with me as I recall which direction the thing is going.
Oh wow, this is very oddly positioned. Left and right is going in and out. Let's see what this is on. Okay. And that's going on an angle. This is very weird. Wait, what happens going to this? Okay. Let's try angle then. No. I may have to do some of these in combinations to get the right angle. Okay, what is this? Pretty much what it should. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try and remember this. 44... Well, 180 is just like at the opposite end, so that should be easy. Because now I have to do the same thing for the other side. Okay. Things are looking about the way that they should. Which I'm happy about. Okay. So now Mustn't forget the most important piece of the Super Crown creations, which is the crown itself. Which I think is pretty much already positioned in a good spot. I don't think I need to change that at all. Now I'd like to do something different with her undies, but I'm not sure what. Preferably something that doesn't really show through the outfit, through the outer layers. That probably works. Okay, so now I'm going to play about with the colors a bit more and see how everything looks. So this would also be yellow, most likely. So that's why I'm not sure if her skin should be yellow, because probably the majority of her dress is going to be yellow as well. Not sure what color to make of that. I could do white as an homage to some of the Poke's alternative forms. The winter one with the hard hat. I don't mind how that looks. Yeah, that color scheme on that skirt might not give quite the impression that I want. I may try out other skirts. Aha! You can change the color of bone, but it changes the color of the fur as well. The bone and fur have to be the same shade. It's a bit awkward. Let's check how she looks overall when I change her skin tone back to default. I think I actually prefer it that way. Maybe just a different shade. Or does she just need to be a little less red? Okay. Poke moves its body somewhat in waves. And so does Tira. Did they change the way that this animation works? So that her torso stays central and her feet are sliding along the floor? I don't remember her moving this way. That seems to be the most spiky. Coin. That might make most sense. Voldo's style would make sense to a degree for something like Pokette, but as you may have seen from my fight videos, I use Voldo's style quite often for super crown characters. So I just want to mix it up a bit. Ah, now then. See what we can do with this. That's good. This is the point anyways where I check out how the character actually looks in combat, so I'm gonna do that now. If all goes well, then this will be the end of the creation portion. If I do come across any issues, then I'll come back into creation mode and fix those up. See you later.
Welcome to the stage of history retold. Soul of Tira.
Let's play.
Soul
Don't
of
waste my
Tira.
time.
The desire for power leads the warriors to the arid desert.
Care to dance with me? Didn't I tell you no?
Battle 1. Fight!
Gotcha. Hey, Goose. This'll be good. Adorable. Too easy. Ready? Naughty. Taste this. Want more? Adorable. Now behave. Adorable. Now behave. Nice try. Adorable.
Victory goes to the last one standing. Battle 2. Fight!
You like that? Too easy. Ready? Adorable. 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 You. You. This'll be good. Oh, nice.
Victory will not come easily. It must be seized. Battle 3. Fight!
Adorable. No rush. You're too rushed. Now behave. Adorable. Now behave. Behave. Easy. No rush. Help you. Somebody loves pain. Adorable.
Stand. Fight to your last breath. Battle 4. Fight!
Too easy. Naughty. Taste this. Want more? You like that? Taste this. Want more? Hope you enjoy. How's that feel? Adorable. Now behave. Adorable. Now behave. Farewell. Adorable. Adorable. Adorable.
Stand. Fight to your last breath. Final battle. Fight.
Let's go. Ready? I'm starting to like. Ready? Hope you
Claim victory and bask in the glory.
We'll dance again sometime.